Okay, folks, we're moving on to the next part of the unit. This should look a little familiar to you. This is the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem is something we can use when it comes to right triangles. It basically says, I think you all remember this little formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's a Pythagorean theorem. Basically, what this is saying is that c is always going to be what's called your hypotenuse. And then A and B are going to be what are called your legs. So a right triangle has two legs and a hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side. It's the one across from the right angle. So what I'm going to say is, here, this guy right here, this is my hypotenuse. There's my right angle. It's the side across. So this guy right here is my hypotenuse. This would be a leg, and this would be a leg. So what we're saying is if we need to figure out that missing side, we do the following. We take the square of each of the legs. So we would take 84 squared, one leg, plus 112 squared, the other leg, and it's going to equal x squared. And then you pick up your calculator, and when you go to your calculator, you're going to find out 84 squared plus 112 squared is 19,600 equals x squared. You're going to take the square root of both sides, and you're going to find out that x equals 140. And a good double check for yourself is just make sure since this is the hypotenuse, just make sure it's longer than the other two sides. And yes, it is. It's longer than 84 and 112. So that's an example of figuring out the Pythagorean theorem if you don't know the hypotenuse. Let's jump down to the second one. The second one actually has to do with trying to find a missing leg. So this is a leg. This is a leg. This is the hypotenuse. So abbreviated HYP. So in this case, to figure out this one, we're going to take the one leg x squared. We're going to add to it the other leg 84 squared. It should equal the hypotenuse squared, which is 91 squared. So basically what we're going to do is the following. 91 squared minus 84 squared, which is basically moving it to the other side by subtraction. We're going to pick up our calculator, and we're going to find out that x squared equals 1,225. Take the square root of both sides. Again, calculator-driven exercise. We're going to find out that x equals, in this case, 35. And just to double check, it's not longer than the hypotenuse. So, we didn't make any mistakes. So that's Pythagorean theorem, this in its simplest form. So hopefully that helped a little bit. What we'll do in the next video is we'll talk about, again, the trigonometric ratios that we're going to be working with. So,